Today, I'm watching the Twilight Zone, Season 2, Episode 19. The previous episode was about this flight, the Odyssey of Flight 33, who was able to break the sound barrier, and it became a portal for time travel, so I thought that was really interesting. The ending, we didn't really get a resolution, which I also think kind of added to the episode. It kind of, made you come to your own conclusion, whether they eventually do land, or if they're just kind of wandering aimlessly. This episode, we know, is about this strongman, this Hercules type character, so I'm very curious to see where we're going to go in this episode. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you want to see exclusive content from this episode, be sure to join Patreon, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
I don't pay off on a bum call.
3 umpires call a man out. I call a man out.
And even like the ways describing the characters, it's such a perfect way to set up the episode.
And like that. And furthermore, Callahan, you're nothing but a cheating insult to the American bookie.
And we've seen gambling in a few other episodes as well, so yeah, it's interesting to have it in this perspective with like the bookie and the bettor going at it.
And I'm gonna fix that mouth of yours so any future drinking you're gonna do is gonna be through a tube stuck in a vein.
Me?
Wow.
My father from the second Dempsey-Tunney fight.
Yeah. Well, mainly on account it was a bum call, that's why.
This guy doesn't want to admit that he lost, obviously, in his pocket full of cigars. Oh no, this guy's getting roped into it.
Men were out. Howard and Moon were on first and second. And this umpire, with no pupils in his eyes, calls a foul ball and out.
No pupils? What is he implying?
Doubleday would have been proud.
Never mind about having a double day. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Yeah, this guy's pretty aggressive. He's like, oh, what's your opinion? But I'm just going to talk the whole time.
Fair territory, and therefore, when striking the ground and hitting the batter, the rules very definitely state that the batter was out.
And this stutter, like he's obviously nervous and like doesn't want to be in this conversation, really.
Was it a foul ball or was it an out?
Well, it's my considered opinion.
Oh my God. You just punched some guy over a foul ball.
You gotta always be hitting
Jeez
Dingle.
and rice.
Last week, you had him a week before.
Oh, this poor guy just keeps getting punched. Ugh.
You got nothing and lost in you from the bottom of your arches to where you part your hair, which is pretty tough to find.
I was going to say.
Am I crooked?
Dingle, for once, why can't you be neutral?
Yeah, just like if he's punched you twice before, just have no opinion. Just don't engage. Clearly it's a bad idea.
And these two unseen gentlemen are visitors from outer space.
Oh, what are we doing? What?
Constitutional, into that most unpredictable region that we refer to as the Twilight Zone.
Oh my God, I was not expecting aliens to just casually come through the door, but okay.
This man don't know the first thing about baseball.
Tell him, man.
Oh, tell him. You tell me.
Tell him.
Would I ever do anything wrong about that?
This poor guy just needs to like stand up for himself. Oh my God, this two-headed alien I was not expecting.
Tell me this.
You sure we're invisible? Beyond any doubt. I wish they were.
You don't have to do that.
And even the actors look like twins. I understand that they're wearing like makeup and stuff, but like they look very similar.
You have a brain of your own, don't you? You have your own viewpoint. Mm-hmm. What did you think of the Phillies of 1950?
Don't say anything, sir. It's a bad idea.
That's right. Phillies of 1953.
Did you ever see such jerky-looking creatures?
Yeah, no kidding. And like the different antennas and stuff too.
The one in the middle, the one who just suffered the physical damage. He may be the very one we've been looking for. How do you mean?
Oh, okay.
I'm receiving his waves. Name is Dingle.
And their hairy ears. What is happening?
Muscles. Decidedly a subphysical type. I think we have found our subject.
They're looking for a weak man with no muscles? What?
Oh, around 11 secograms atomic weight. That should make him roughly 300 times stronger than the average human being.
Oh my God, they're gonna give him super strength? Amazing.
We had better contact Central Laboratories. Tell them we have found a subject.
Yeah, one's the antenna and one's like the tower. That's so cool.
As to two men, as good as they both are in all things, being equal.
Come on.
It's reminded me a little bit of like the nervous man in a $4 room where he has to kind of confront his bosses and doesn't really have a lot of... Stop punching this guy. Get out of here.
Clem Labine was definitely superior.
You see? All I made him do was see things clearer.
He's like, oh, I punch anybody that doesn't agree with me. What a dink. I'm obsessed. I love it. It's a little cheesy, but I don't care. And even with like the mismatched like layout, obviously there's two people in there, but like one knob is here, one's up there, like.
Now, you want to know my advice for what you should do for the rest of your life? Just don't talk.
I mean, at this point, yeah, like it's ending badly.
Huh?
Yeah, now we can throw it in the air like it's nothing.
Cracker, A1 piece of merchandise. Guaranteed to lighten the load and lengthen the life of that wonderful partner in the American home.
And now his stutter's gone too.
This light. Well,
It takes the door off. I love it. All the practical effects. Yeah, to show how strong he is.
You're for a nice guy. You never caused me no trouble. Now, why all of a sudden do you gotta wreck my front door?
fine. The door seemed to come right off in my hands.
He's like, there you go. Thanks for the door. Bye. Okay. Chuckles in the back there with his shot. Yeah.
You here again? Didn't my old man say he was gonna punch you in the nose if you came around here, Bob?
Why do people keep punching him? It's so mean.
Now, that's not
This poor guy keeps getting picked on. Yeah, right. Oh, gosh. Oh, through the window. It's a heck of a throw he's got there.
Oh,
The door handle. Oh my gosh.
it is to you. They don't make handles like they used to, do they?
Oh my god, the car tipping. That's a cool effect. This guy's not meant to paint today. I'm curious how they did that. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm guessing obviously off camera they had something that was just moving it, but yeah, it's such a cool effect.
Yes.
I don't want you to think I'm a masher. I'm certainly not a masher.
What's a masher?
Not at all. Not unless you plan to use that in the park.
He's vacuuming up the grass.
Nozzle. And I sold it to a drunk who thought it was a divining rod for alcohol.
This guy.
Worries.
Go ahead.
What?
I think this woman's gonna be like, he's gonna pick up the whole bench. Oh my god, I think there was other ways you could have demonstrated it. Put this woman down. Oh my god. Well, she thinks you're crazy now. That's so cool. Yeah, let me know in the comments how they did that. Wires, I'm guessing, but yeah, that's pretty good. He just ripped that rock in half? Oh my god, I'm guessing it was like made of foam or something.
Reporter with the bulletin, would you mind doing that again?
Is gonna be make it to the local newspaper, yeah.
Get another one of those, buddy. This I gotta get in the paper.
It's like, I found this guy in the park who can break rocks in half. What's he gonna do with the statue? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go. Lifts up the entire statue. Amazing. He just completely crushed it. Again, such a cool prop, yeah. He's like checking to see if there's any like physical, like he's like, my muscles still look the same, but somehow I'm, you know, crazy strong. Classic rip the phone book. I like these underdog stories where they slowly get their confidence and
With little examples of your physical prowess. It's unnatural for breakfast cereals, tonics.
he's getting his own TV show. That's crazy. Now those opportunities are coming his way.
Dingle, just get out of the way, please.
All right.
Please, out of the way. There's the camera in here.
Oh, the giant cameras. So crazy. Yeah, how far we've come.
Actual onlookers say is true is the world's strongest man.
He doesn't sound convinced at all.
Are you kidding? Why, I ain't done so much business until tonight they repealed the 18th Amendment.
It's just this handful of money. Looking right into the camera. He's like, come on, arm, do your work. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's nice to see that he looks like proud of himself, even though we can't really explain why he can do this, but Is the floor stuck to the bottom still? Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute, Dingle. Ain't you ever heard of bygones being bygones?
You punched him like 4 or 5 times, sir. You got this coming. Oh, God. Shoves a cigar in his mouth. Gross. Spins him around like he weighs nothing. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I thought he would punch him for sure. Oh, the aliens are back.
Most inferior. We give him the strength of 300 men, and he uses it for petty exhibition.
I mean, yep.
3 planets on tomorrow's itinerary. One should be particularly interesting. Contains only females.
Oh, okay. Curious. Yeah, and how they just wanted to see, like we've seen in previous episodes, what human behavior would be.
The most unique trick of all, I shall raise this entire building with my bare hands.
What?
Oh, nope, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Oh, I don't believe it.
This is gonna backfire. Run. Oh, they're taking away your power. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Yeah. That's not helping is making such a showboat out of it too. Yeah. That's gonna break your hand. Yeah.
So long, Hercules. I'll bring that thing out of here.
They just casually roll this camera. They're like, yeah, no big deal. See you later. Oh, little baby aliens. What we got here?
Nice seeing you. Where are you from?
Venus, how about you?
Mars. Conducting experiments?
What?
Earthman. How about you?
Sudden introduction of extreme intelligence. Find any interesting subject?
Oh my gosh.
Over there. He's referred to as a Dingle.
And now he's gonna get extreme intelligence. Poor guy's just being experimented on over and over.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he's submental, too.
They want someone who's below intelligence and below strength for their experiments. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting the adult voices to come out of these kids.
Let's see. Perhaps 500 times more intelligent than the average human.
Oh my god. I hope he figures like patent something or invents something that makes him super rich. And just the light rays are so cool as well for the effect. Yeah.
Medical relationship to other bodies. Now, in this case, using the...
And now, of course, he's going to give like a very, convoluted response.
By Johnny Holy mackerel, how about
Maybe he'll get into like sports betting or something, and yeah, I hope he uses this to his advantage.
Law of definitive numerical dialectic algebraic and must be further annotated.
Exit, Mr.
And now his stutter is definitely gone. Yeah, oh my gosh. So that was my first time watching The Twilight Zone, Season 2, Episode 19. I liked this episode. It wasn't anything crazy. It was more, lighthearted and fun. But I think we need those every now and then as well. And, not every episode has to be, messing with your mind for weeks and weeks, although I do like those as well. This was a nice little break to have more of a funny and, just to see him go through town and like all the things Mr. Dingle could do now that he was strong. Breaking off the door from the taxi, breaking off the door from the bar, lifting the car. Like, I really like the practical effects in this, so let me know in the comments if you know how they did it, especially with, at the end when he's showing off to the news and he's got the, he's punching the wall and breaking the table and all of these things. And I know some of them could have just been props that were built, when he's breaking the rock in half, I'd assume the rock was made of foam and, the wall, they'd obviously put up, a very thin wall and he knew where to punch and stuff like that. The car tilting, I'm guessing, was on some kind of track on the other side, and the statue lifting up, I'm not sure how they did that, because even just the size of the statue, even if it weighed nothing, I feel like that would still be tricky to have it not tip over. But yeah, I love practical effects, so to see so many in this episode was great. And him just going through town, on this crusade of, look at how strong I am, showing off all these things. And we've seen that before where they take kind of an underdog character, thinking back to a man in a nervous room, or a nervous man in a $4 room, sorry, and thinking about how he started off so down on himself, so conflicted, and then standing up to his boss at the end. We don't see that so much in this episode. He does get more confident, obviously being on TV, and even showboating as he's about to break something. He puts the X on the table and like showing off the wall he's gonna punch through. But to see him at the end, become so intelligent, I'm like, yeah, I'm hoping he uses this to his advantage and takes some of that, maybe betting advice that everybody seems to have, and, bets on the horses and gets, wealthy from this, because it doesn't sound like sales is going to be a career he can pursue, and it's probably going to be a temporary thing again, like with his strength. I don't think this is going to be a lifelong thing he's going to have, so I hope he can use it to his advantage, but we don't really get that piece, but that's just kind of me, wishful thinking for the character. I definitely recognize the actor's name at the end of the credits as well, and I believe he was in the episode where the world ends and he's just left reading, if I'm remembering correctly, and I know I've seen his name come up in a few things, but great performances as always, and just to go from being this person you have to seem kind of small and meek, and even the aliens are being like, oh, he's the weakest one, get him, like, he has no muscles, and then, that's the same reason why the next group of aliens wants him, because, he's not very intelligent, so they can, make him as intelligent as 500 times, or, as smart as 500 people, basically. And even Rod Serling saying, like, the aliens are gonna, pick him a lot for experiments because he lacks a lot of things, which was interesting. That would be his benefit, that he would, have these weird episodes, as Rod Serling says, he's gonna have a lot of them throughout his life. But yeah, great performances, to be convincing as, this very meek, stuttering character at the start, and even when he gets strong, he's still kind of figuring it out, doesn't really know what to do with it, and then to have him be super intelligent and very confident, and the stutter gone, and all those little character pieces, I think really helped, tell his story. I was obsessed with those aliens. They were so cool, and we haven't seen a ton of aliens in the Twilight Zone, so to have two different sets of aliens in this, I thought was really interesting. And I thought when the aliens came back the second time, they were just going to take away his strength, and, that was kind of be the end of it, and he would go back to being normal. But of course, that's not the end. We have the next set of aliens come in, and I wasn't expecting them to have adult voices come out of their mouth, because they looked like kids. And yeah, just even the way the two different sets of aliens are, shown, with the younger ones coming in at the end and these giant antennas on their heads, and talking about this planet that's only full of women, and, just again, opening that door to sci-fi just enough so that we can be like, oh, what's out there? Like, it just piques that curiosity, is what I love about sci-fi so much. And, of course, our starting off the two-headed alien, it was basically just a box with two people standing on it, but still so cool. And even the way they just like rolled in, they're not walking, they're kind of just gliding into the scene. And, they mentioned that they're invisible, and even the like little quirks, like one of them's an antenna, one of them's the receiver, one of them has like a button here, a button there, and yeah, just the way that they interact with humans, I think, is interesting. Again, going back to the Maple Street episode where the aliens showed up, but they looked in human form. They had like a spacesuit kind of jumpsuit thing on, but that's basically it. To me, this is the most alien looking aliens that we've had, and even their elongated heads and everything like that. And then to have two different sets of aliens in the same episode, I was definitely not expecting, but still so cool. And again, all that stuff could be done with makeup, prosthetics, and how like the Maple Street aliens, they just want to see what the human response is. They're not here to cause a lot of harm or anything like that. They're more curious to see what the response is. So putting the strength in Mr. Dingle and seeing like, what is he going to do with it? Is he going to start flipping cars every 5 minutes? Is he going to go on this rampage? What is his response going to be? And that's what they kind of want to study. And same when they give him the intelligence, they want to study his response, and they just kind of want to test it out. It's like, oh, what would human behavior look like if you had the strength of 300 men? Or what would human behavior look like if you were as smart as 500 people? So I like that they're more inquisitive and, just studying the process, as opposed to like, world domination, which I think is what we get a lot of alien stuff now. It's that science and, space exploration that they're really trying to achieve. So yeah, again, a bit of a lighthearted episode, no real crazy twist except for the second group of aliens coming at the end, and it sounds like this is just going to repeat and rinse and recycle for Mr. Dingle, and he's just going to be, subjected to these experiments. So I enjoyed the episode. Not one of my favorites, but still a good episode, still fun, still enjoyable to watch. The next episode we know is about this radio program. The episode is called Static. There's this radio station program that's coming from the Twilight Zone. So curious to see where we're going to go with that. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies or TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. No pupils. What is he implying? Yeah, this guy's pretty aggressive. He's like, oh, what's your opinion? But I'm just gonna talk the whole time. Oh, this poor guy just keeps getting punched. Oh my god. I was not expecting aliens to just casually come through the door. They're looking for a weak man with no muscles. What? And now his stutter's gone too. He's like, I found this guy at the park who can break rocks in half.